what you got, what you need. Every day's gonna crash and break. What you got, what you want, what you need, gonna be your savior. Every day's gonna crash and break. But I know, yeah I know what you got, what you want, what you need, gonna be your savior. Every day's gonna crash and break. Your savior.
Well, there goes the chance of this getting monetized. there goes that, but never mind. Hey everyone, it's Masterath here, and welcome to the Return to Masterath Robot Wars discussion video. Welcome everybody. Yes, that's the new Legends intro that I made last month. So that is the new intro for Series 7 of Legends. I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a taster on what it's gonna pretty much look like, that intro. So yeah, that's what the intro is gonna look like. So hey everyone, welcome. Yes, finally after so long. I mean, if you don't count the special I did back in 2015, it would be, what it'd be, over 7 years, because I believe the last time I did it was December 2013. Was the last time. So with that, yeah, we will be back shortly. Fingers crossed on that one. We certainly should be. It should be certainly interesting about how that goes. So this is gonna be a discussion about what's going to happen, pretty much with moving forward. Let's say with the series. So welcome everyone to the discussion. Apologies I didn't do one yesterday, like I said I was going to, but unfortunately I was asleep actually when it was going on. So I think I cancelled it about 2 hours before, fell asleep, woke up about 4 hours later. So just, that didn't really work anywhere. Anyway, hello Razor 1905 2.0, welcome. Welcome Robotic Apple, welcome Crystal Carnage, welcome Josh Doing Things YouTube. Welcome everyone. I believe the bot builder was here earlier, but I believe he's gone to have his dinner. Well, try and do this telepathically to the bot builder. Don't give yourself indigestion just to come back quicker. Don't worry. It's going to be, it'll still be up for the things you missed, including the intro, so don't worry. So yes, so I made this decision, well, oh, and hello S2 Robotics as well. Hello, I did see you in the chat earlier. Apologies. And Deadslot, welcome. So I did this, I sort of toyed about the idea of bringing MRW back for a couple of months at this point, and you know, sort of teasing the idea really. Hello, Delboy666, how are you doing? I was teasing the idea for a fair few months, I think since about October last year, on that one, but never really got round to it, and yeah, that was just sort of, I don't know, it was odd, but I was just never got round to it. Obviously incredibly busy at the moment, with everything that's going on, as everyone else is, I'm sure, and I just never sort of had the time to do so. Then it got to the point, in, December, I believe, just ordered a massive skip pretty much to get rid of a bunch of stuff, and I found, you know, sort of the arena and everything, and I had a moment of insanity of about sort of 10 minutes, of me, what was it? Of just me thinking, okay, I'm gonna skip that. I for about 10 minutes I was there going, I'm gonna skip the arena. Pretty much, I've had to rebuild the entire arena. You know, the entire arena's, I've had to sort of rebuild it, try and make it a bit stronger than it was before. 3 of its sides had come off, pretty much, and essentially it's got screws in it that's supposed to hold it together, and they just come off over, you know, sort of 5 years of not doing anything, pretty much, and they just come off. Yeah, we should, yeah, I can't remember if it was, I can't remember if it was, if it was in the FMRW Awards in 2020. I can't remember for the life of me. But yeah, if not, we need Bill to get a fifth one, honestly. Bill needs a fifth, let's be honest. Bill will be back. Bill will be back for Legends Series 7, of course, from the intro. As are a lot of robots. There are some that... there are some robots that won't be coming back because pretty much they've degraded so much to the point that I've had to retire them. But most of them are still around, still doing all right. So yeah, they're all good. They're all good. But there are some that that aren't. Either I can't find anymore, or have just degraded beyond repair. So, excuse me, guys. So, probably the two biggest casualties, let's say, would be Series 10 semi-finalist Sausage Burger. Sausage Burger is just completely destroyed. No way to sort of like repair that at all. And Anderson the Walrus I can't find anymore. So, you know, I think both of them are probably out. Yeah, those are the two sort of big casualties. But sort of like everyone else, like Speed, Dragoo, Torto Terror, Diamond Storm, Demon Horns, you know, Hypno Edge, Robo Frog, Plasma, Dema, you know, all the ones that are essentially recognizable are still here. You know, and obviously the ones that were kind of destroyed in Endgame have been retired. So, you know, robots like Battle Axe and Blue Motion, they've been retired. They were retired pretty much during Series Series 10. So they're gone. But, you know, a lot of them are still around. Oh yeah, F9's gone as well, which is the worst thing. Yeah, Speed's still around. Speed's still doing perfectly fine. Arrowhead 2, yep, Arrowhead 2 is fine. Arrowhead 2 was in the intro to Legend. So yeah, Arrowhead 2 is fine. Crush Syndrome is fine. Impact's fine. I'm just trying to have a look. Catalyst is fine. Pretty much all the series champions are fine. So all the series champions are all good to go. Yep, Calamity Call 5's good as well. Yep, so all the series champions are good to go. They're all fine. They're all still okay. Some of them had to be slightly repaired, but not by much. But yeah, well, F9 was terrible anyway. Honestly, it was just yeah. Dragoo's fine. Dragoo's former series champion, so Dragoo's okay. Yeah, Crush Syndrome's fine as well. Yeah, pretty much any robot that was in the intro that I did start this is fine. We're going to get Arrowhead 3 soon. No, there's really nothing wrong with Arrowhead 2 at the moment. And sort of making all of them are sort of making sort of like upgrades to all the new robots would just take a lot of time. Hello, Bot Builder, welcome back. So yeah, yep, Diamond Storm's fine as well. I mean, the Legends champion is fine, obviously. The Legends champion's got to defend its title now. So yes, and yeah, I had didn't watch the intro. Who is good? Essentially, it'd probably be easier to say which ones aren't good, really. So, Warlord is fine. Warlord is okay. I don't know how, when it survived and you know, like Sausage Burger didn't. But Warlord, the most useless thing in the world, is fine. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's very few. Blue Motion and Battle Axe that were just pretty much destroyed in Endgame is gone. You know, they've been pretty much retired. I can't find Anderson the Walrus to save my life, so, you know, I think that's going to be retired. Sausage Burger's retired as well. It's pretty much just been crumpled. Omega Kill is fine, obviously. Omega Kill is okay. I've had to repair Stinger, but that's fine. Stinger's back as well. trying to think of other ones right now, but yeah, well, obviously I've made like over 120 robots, you know, most of them are okay. Warlord for Judgment Champion, yeah, right. I could put that together, but what's the chances that Warlord's going to win? Let's be honest. The lowest ranked robot in the Legends rankings. Conveniently robotic Apple XL. Crapbot is fine. Which is the oddest of things, since it's so bad. But yeah, Crapbot is okay. I don't know how it survived and Sausage Burger didn't, but yeah. The biggest, let's put it this way, the biggest sort of casualties were Anderson the Walrus and Sausage Burger. AK-1 is fine. I have had to repair AK-1 though. It was in a bit of a bad way, as was White Lightning's axe. But both have been repaired now, so that's all good. Yeah, Ultimo's fine. Ultimo had a little bit of a repair as well, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, that Ultimo had to have a little bit of a repair. Pretty much sort of like just trying to repair some of them. Really, Speed needed a bit of a repair as well. Yeah, Torterra's fine. Plasma is fine as well. Couldn't find the rear spike, so just had to put another one in. Pretty easy. So that's all good on that one. But yeah, so the arena was fixed. It took about 3 nights sort of to fix it because essentially I wanted to sort of glue the 3 bits that came off and glue them back in, but I thought I'd give each of them a day to essentially a day to set on that one. Yeah, so have I, honestly. Josh doing things. Hello, Sam. Love you too, buddy. When are you going to have me back on your show? Sod. But yes. It was, yeah, I can't even throw over a loop on that one. Crustacean's fine as well, yeah. Yeah, Crustacean is fine. As I said, it's probably easier just for me to mention the ones that aren't fine over the ones that are. And there's probably about, well, if you don't count the ones that were destroyed in Series 10, Wedgie's fine. Wedgie's okay. But I'd probably say maybe out of like 120 odd robots, if you don't count the 2 that were destroyed in Series 10, then which were Battle Axe and Blue Motion, probably maybe 1, 2, 3, probably 3 of them probably won't come back. So yeah, Trident's fine. Trident's not one of them, but the 3 that won't be are F9, Sausage Burger, and what was the other one? Oh, yeah, Anderson the Walrus, of course. But those are the 3 that pretty much, you know, they've pretty much been retired. Just on the point of either it would be too difficult, or it would be too annoying to repair them, or they would be, or you know, I can't really find them very much. But the rest of the robots are pretty much fine to go. They're all good to go. Some of them had to have slight alterations. Some of them had to be slightly repaired, and some of them were fine on that one. Actually, the original Crapbot has been retired. So Crapbot 2010 has been retired, but I've made a new Crapbot. So yeah, that's debuting in this series. But I've got a new Crapbot for the series. Obviously named Crapbot 2021, since it's the year it was made. That's what Crapbot 2010 was all about. But yeah, there's a new version of Crapbot, which will be coming out as well. When it comes to the newcomers, I'm not too sure at the moment. So if you count Crapbot, Robot of War's fine. F9's not really that big of a lot. I liked F9 personally. It was just funny. The House Robot's okay. Well, Excalibur's as good as well as it can be, pretty much. You know, I'm really thinking of making a new design one day for Excalibur, because it desperately needs some sort of upgrade. But you know, I'll probably wait till this series ends, and if I do. Because next up, if I finish Legends and if feel like I've got a bit more left in the tank. Then yeah, I'd probably put in a what's I'm looking for? Yeah, I'd probably try and do a new Excalibur for Series 11 if it does get to that. At the moment, as I said, I don't know how long this run's going to end. I'm certainly hoping to keep or to at least put another series out of Legends. If that goes towards a Series 11, then brilliant. So yeah, that'll all be good. Bulbabot's okay as well. Don't worry, Razor. Bulbabot is fine. Will Plasma and Edema still be tag partners? Yes. Obviously for tag matches for Legends, if they're in sort of like a tag match, then yes, they will be. So yeah, there will be tag teams, but obviously they're also pretty decent at singles competition as well. Obviously one's a former quarterfinalist, one's a multiple-time heat finalist, so yeah, they're both. So yeah, but yeah, when it comes to Legends and sort of tag teams, yeah, Plasma and Edema will still be tag team partners on that one. The only change I believe that I've made when it comes to the tag team partners at the moment, obviously I brought a couple of new sort of teams in on that one, is Ensign and Exodus. Exodus has a new tag partner. But apart from that, anyway, when it comes to the new robots, I was talking about the new robots. How many have I made? 1, 2, 3. If you count Crapbot 2021, then 4. I'm trying to think. I'm fairly certain I've made a 5th somewhere. 1, 2. Yeah, 5. So at the moment it's 5. I've when it comes to the actual Legends episodes, I've made 5 Legends episodes, or completed 5 Legends episodes, and I'm currently working on episode 6 of Legends, of this new series of Legends, pretty much, the 2021 series. No, Ensign's still about. It's just not teaming up with Exodus anymore. You know, Exodus has a different tag partner, which just works better, really. So yeah, that's all fine. Ensign is still about. Ensign does make well, has already made a couple of appearances in the new series on its own. So yeah, Ensign's still about. It's just not partnering with Exodus anymore. Obviously, Exodus still about as well on that one. So yeah, at the moment I've made 5. Is there any rivalries at the moment? Well, probably the 2 most continuous rivalries are still going at the moment, I guess. Which is Hypno Edge and Spike Shield 2 and Catalyst and Bolganon, I think, are the two sort of main ones. Obviously, they're still going, you know. No love lost between those teams, I'll say that much. Although those pairings, let's say, you know, Hypno Edge, Spike Shield 2, former tag team champions, and yeah, and obviously Catalyst, Bolganon right back in the Series 9 Robot Rumble. Still don't like each other at the moment. The big question will be, this become a long-running thing? As I said, I don't know at the moment. I'm not too sure on that one. The moment, I'm just enjoying the ride right now. The worst it will be just Legends, but it depends, really. I mean, at the moment, I've been doing pretty well with recording. Oh, yeah, Sam and his lovely love boner for Spike Shield 2. Yeah. Yeah. It will be, worst case scenario, it will be just this Legend series, but that's the worst case scenario. Depending on how things go, because I I looked back at sort of the video I did for the reason I was leaving sort of Fan Made Rules back in 2013, and I looked back at that a couple of days ago to see, you know, what sort of changed with me. Oh, Sam's way too busy now. Jeez, bloke's got a podcast. You know, he's got a podcast. He ain't been furloughed. You know, and everything else. Bloke's way too busy. So yeah, just because I'm coming back doesn't mean any of the other sort of, like, you know, or any of the others will come back. This is something that I've pretty much just sort of done on impulse back ages ago. In fact, if anyone just wanted to know, they could have just messaged Anderson. You know, they could have just messaged Anderson. Anderson's known about this since New Year. Sam didn't know about this at New Year. I was sort of teasing around the fact I sent them both a picture of Bill on my desk, just like, look who I found. Or he's like, he's not enjoying lockdown right now because he can't go to the pub. You know, there are a couple of lockdown jokes in the series as well when it comes to Bill, because why not? But yeah, Bill's all good. Hear me out. Judgment Championship is just the MRW version of the Intercontinental Championship. Well, if you mean a secondary title, then yes. Yeah, that was pretty much the idea. You know, it's a secondary title because, you know, having, you know, you got your main, you got your tag team, you got your secondary title. It just works. Then you got obviously everything else around it. New blood champions, champion of champions as well, which will be coming back for this series of Legends. So there's going to be an entire tournament about the champion of champions. This has been like 10 years since the last one. So there's that. There's obviously the New Blood Championship, which is going to be happening as well, but need to probably make a couple more robots before that, because I've at the moment only made 5 New Bloods. Then whoever wins that obviously takes on the New Blood Champion of Champions, Crush Syndrome, for that. And I've got a new tournament as well that will be debuting at this series as well. So that'll be sort of spread out over a fair few episodes. But at the moment I've done 5 episodes and I'm editing episode 6. And that should probably be done sometime tomorrow because it's getting a bit late now when it comes to that. But the recording's been sorted. I just need to do all the editing and all the commentary, pretty much. Because before I would do commentary live. And I think after 2 throat surgeries since the last time I did that, I don't think it would be able to hold up. Doing them sort of over and over again. So instead I'm doing sort of post-recording. But essentially that means that if I mess up during like a commentary, I can just sort that. I can just sort of sort it out in post. So it just makes it easier in the end on that one. So that's all good. Biggest question around my head is, are there any bots from other people's series coming for this? I know the chances are no, but I'm just checking. Yeah, the answer is no. I made it a thing when it comes to MRW to sort of keep it very just me, you know, on that one. I mean, you know, I'd not begrudge anybody, you know, who puts like robots from other series into their series, you know, and essentially make it like Grand Slammer darts, but the Grand Slammer robots, you know. Yeah, it'd be bloody great to see, you know, like Pinky go up against like Diamond Storm or something. You know, have Virus versus Bill in the Ultimate Drinking Contest. That's what I want to see. But yeah, MRW it just doesn't do that, because I feel like I would probably just really hash it up. I'd probably just hash up other people's versions or other people's sort of like robots and stuff. So that's why I don't do it. You know. You know, I've sort of said for years that this new generation of FMRW, I would be sort of way behind. When it comes to this, sort of like making the robots and everything, I've tried to go for a lot of different things. Like, not, for example, the new robots this year, not everyone's a flipper, and some of them actually have sides. So there you go. That's all good. Speaking of wrestling, bit off topic, but do you watch it? If yes, who's your favourite wrestler? I used to watch it back in the day. So like when I was when I was in my teens, whatever. I don't really watch it much now though. Yeah, bit of a yeah. I don't really watch it now. My favourite wrestlers back in the day, though, were like Edge, The Undertaker, Who else is there? Yeah, a couple there and stuff like that. Anyway, but yes, anyway, so, apologies, back on topic to MRW. Sure, we could have an entire sort of, like, chat about wrestling and how much I know bugger all about it. Or at least nowadays or anything, so there you go. But yeah, so, oh yeah, drunk versus drunk, there you go, we got everyone talking now. We need Virus versus Bill. Bill, the original drinker, and we'll see who in the world can drink more. I think Bill could drink more, honestly. I feel like Bill could drink more, you know. And, you know, hell, I could even help him out. We could do a tag team. That'd be fine. Speaking of that, I'm just going to drink a mine. Lovely. Lovely. God, drinking with a beard is annoying, but I like my beard. So yeah, MRW again. All right. So yeah, so instead of sort of like, pretty much, I know that when it comes to robots, I just won't have the patience to be able to like spend hours making really like really good ones, you know. Yeah, it's I just wouldn't have the patience to do that. Virus has been kind of sober as of late. Bill hasn't at the moment. I've dropped him in a can of Guinness right now. So there you go. Just sorting. He's sorting out at the moment. He'll be fine. So yeah, it'll be pretty much, instead of the whole, because I know it's like a lot of series focus a lot on their on the designs of their robots and everything, and that's all brilliant. But with me, since I technically can't I probably wouldn't be able to sort of compete with that. I'm going to go for a different route. I believe what people would now, I guess, call the Anderson 9132 route, which is a lot of bloody editing. So yeah, it's yeah. So pretty much what it is, I look back at the essentially the reason why I left Family Robots back in 2013. And I looked at that, and I was looking, and one of the things was editing. And you know, so I spoke to Sam yesterday and just went, yeah, about the editing, and Sam just goes, yep, I agree, editing sucks. So yeah, editing not obviously not good, but I'm actually doing way more editing than I did for Series 10. Series 10 would usually take, if you count processing as well, about 4 hours to make an episode on that one. Now, MRW Legends probably takes about, so recording, editing, and everything like that. Processing, it probably takes about 11, 12 hours maybe for one episode. So I have been able to get a fair amount done in the last sort of month or so. But I'm going back to work in a couple of weeks, just over a week actually. So that is going to really put a hammer on the process on that one. But I'm hoping to get Legends Series 7 all completed, all published, and all uploaded by the end of the year. And Legends usually, the series of Legends is usually about 3 months. You know, with one video a week. So usually it would be about that. So yeah, it's so latest that it will start. This again, worst case scenario. Latest it will start will be what that'd be, but late September. But that's worst case scenario. More than likely, unless things go terribly wrong, it'll be fairly much earlier than that on that one. I'm not going to say it's going to be like, oh, it's going to happen in a week or so. I'm going to start doing this because one thing I noticed I did a lot in like Series 9, Legends Series 6, Series 10, is that I put myself on essentially I put myself on the clock, and that's probably the reason why I burnt out a lot so much. Yeah, editing sucks. It certainly does, Sam. But you know, if you can edit and you can edit to the best of your abilities, you know the end product's gonna look good, you know, and that's kind of the thing that me and Anderson have sort of do quite a lot of, you know, which is probably why the obviously Anderson series is not as prevalent as other series. It's not as not as easily reoccurring, you know. I know Anderson's working on sort of like some new series as well. He's sent me a couple of things as well, just sort of like ideas he's got. But obviously I won't say anything about it. You can mention it, I guess. Yeah, I used to use Movie Maker long time ago, and well, I know it never really stuck with me. I mean, I did pretty much, I think about series 5 to series 8, maybe, on Movie Maker, but then probably about series 10, I moved over to Sony Vegas, and I've been using Vegas ever since. And well, 7 years ago, I knew an okay amount about Vegas, and 7 years on, I know quite a bit about Vegas. So yeah, there's a lot of editing in this series, and it's gonna be a lot, and hopefully it's gonna look damn good, because I'm sort of watching back on it. Anderson's sort of my second. I guess the first watcher. Like Anderson knows and has watched the first couple of episodes. Because if anything, I thought I'd check in with him to see what it's like. You know, is there anything that would sort of make it sort of any better or anything like that? And yeah, he said everything was all good, and the fact he was excited for it to be coming back, and it's like, yeah, so am I. But I need to finish the series off before I give a release date. You know. So yeah, hopefully I can get at least episode 6 complete and an episode 7 complete before I go back to work, and then it's going to be a lot tougher to try and get episodes made. But that's why I'm going for at least, for at least end of the year for it to all be uploaded. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, geez, no idea. I know, summer to start. Best case scenario, but you know, worst case scenario, sort of late autumn. But yeah, I will be essentially putting up a video to say once I have a release date, I will put up a video saying there's a release date on that one. So that is all good. Want to know, who would you say was the best Legends Champion, Judgment Champion, and Tag Team Champions? Well, Legends Champion, oh god, if I had to pick. Best Legends Champion, I'd probably give that to Arrowhead 2. Arrowhead 2, well, Diamond Storm has won it twice. Masuk from the olden times, I guess, was pretty alright. Held the record until Arrowhead 2 swamped that. Dragoo was pretty good, as well as a champion. Crush Syndrome was alright. You know, just a shame that sort of Crush Syndrome became champion when Legends ended, pretty much. So, yeah, obviously that didn't sort of work incredibly well for Crush Syndrome. Yeah, sort of those ones I'd probably give the nod to someone like Arrowhead 2, though, personally. Just because of that reign and the amount of title defenses that were in that. Judgment Champion, or Interactive Champion as it was once known. I got to give it to the one with the most reigns. I got to give it to Impact, who has 3 of them. So I've probably got to give it to Impact or Torto Terra. Those two. Anderson the Wogger is probably a close third on that one. Tag Team Champions, well, it's got to be Hypno Edge and Robo Frog, hasn't it? you know, current champs, longest reigning champs, most amount of title reigns. It's got to be those two. With a close second being Plasma and Edema. Massacre's probably mega outdated. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Like Massacre was one of the robots that I thought would be retired. I thought Massacre was gonna have to be retired because I couldn't find Massacre at all. So yeah, but then I looked in like another bag and Massacre was in there, and it's just like, oh, there you go. Did a bit of a test, and yeah, no, it's still pretty damn powerful. I will say that much. So, you know, don't count out some of the old robots like Massacre and stuff. Oh yeah, Ribot. I wonder where they got the idea for that. Poor Robo Frog. Of course they didn't get the idea from that, but I wish in my head canon that they did. But no. Also, Ribot is a hell of a lot better because it's an actual combat robot. Robo Frog is, well, Robo Frog, let's be honest. Love him, but everyone loves Robo Frog, but yeah. DF2 was an underrated Legends champion. Didn't hold it for long, but it was a fighting champion. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Well, DF2 had to go through the entire Christmas Feast match to get that opportunity. I believe in 2011, I think, to even get that chance. You know, so yeah, it was that was one of the more memorable runs, just because of sort of the amount of matches that DF2 had to win just to get the shot, and then go on to win it. But yeah, certainly DF2's up there. But it would probably be easier to say so, like, who was the worst of those three, you know, and like I wouldn't be able to say it. Heavyweight Robo Frog when? I don't know, honestly. Never thought of actually making a combat robot myself. I don't know. Ask Sam. Sam owns a couple. You know, like the smaller weight robots. See if he can put his hand at a heavyweight Robo Frog. Go ahead. You know, ask Sam on that one. He knows more about it. Are there any more food matches for fun? Not at the moment. At the moment, we've simply just done sort of the legend sort of format, I guess. On that one, so no, we haven't done any sort of joke episodes, I guess, or joke battles. At the moment, it's just been, you know, sort of battle, number one contendership, new tournaments, Wildcard Warriors, championship match, main event, so on at the moment. But there are a couple of specials on that one, so yeah. It's, yeah, so at the moment there hasn't been any, and I'm not sure if there actually would be at the moment on that one. But yeah, for the moment all is going well. Worst Legends champion was Tortotera, held it for less than a day. Yeah, I remember when I did that. Ugh. Yeah, trying to pad out the amount of robots that won the Legends Championship. It would have been interesting. Oh, Animal Bar's been dead for years. I ate it. Let's be honest. Like, it would just melt. Did those. Honestly, me thinking of that idea. 1, that being the main event. 2, people liked it. 3, didn't it get, like, the funniest moment of the year? For, like, for the Family Miracles Awards that year? Which year was that? That was 2011 as well. On that one. And then, obviously, Poliwhirl. Oh, no, was that 2010? I know Poliwhirl won one as well. Staring Into Your Soul. He won one too. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I think that might have been 2010, actually, then. Yeah, I think that was 2010. 2010 was the Fighting Chocolate. 2011 was Poliwhirl Staring Into Your Soul. That was 2020. Or 20, well, that was 2011. Not many people can say that they ate their FMRW robots. Well, not many people can say that they've had FMRW robots be food related. Either. So, you know, I guess it swings and roundabouts on that one. But yeah, this series is gonna be interesting. There's a lot of editing involved. I've essentially tried to make it look as good as possible on that one. When it comes to the audio you're hearing at the moment, if you can hear like some in the background or something, like some what sounds like very dumbed down white noise, don't worry. That's just how, for some reason, my microphone works in the room I'm in for some reason. Yeah, it would be... but don't worry, I've luckily been able to finally learn on Audacity that you can actually put a noise reduction filter on it, which will get that all sorted. So that's what I'm doing right now. So the audio is going to sound really good. The camera quality is pretty good as well. It's it's pretty alright. It's 60 FPS, so no one can be unhappy about that. Didn't Red Dawn flipping itself out into the 9th dimension in Series 9 win an award? No, it didn't. No. If I remember correctly, I think Anderson won that award. That was Shocking Moment of the Year 2021. I think Anderson won that award that year. I think that was it. Top Secret beating Snake Car. That was the one in RWA 28. Yeah, that won it. I think Red Dawn flipping itself out the arena came second. Will Johnny the Elephant return? Hey, just because MRW is coming back for a run doesn't mean like anything else is gonna be coming back at the moment. I simply don't have the time for that completely. I'm putting a lot of effort into MRW at the moment, but just because of that, is Nut Wars gonna come back? Probably not, because I've lost pretty much everything when it comes to Nut Wars. Is Johnny the Two-Toned Elephant gonna come back? Probably not. Johnny's probably upstairs somewhere, or upstairs in the attic somewhere. Is the Polyworld show going to come back? No. Same reason. Also, my brother was in that one. Hopper World Championship? No. Challenge month? No. Nightwalk vlogs? Am I going to do a second one of those? No. But yeah, pretty much I'm just sort of focusing on MRW at the moment. On that. Plus, obviously, everything I do on the YouTubes with me gaming channel as well. So, yeah, just MRW for the time being, and sort of the rest of it would probably be sort of lost to time. Really, the two main series on this channel going forward are going to be MRW and the Global Trophy, just to keep Sam around for a bit longer. Why not? So the drop zone, what will appear? Anything I can get my hands on, really. I've had a couple of drop zones already in this series, and yeah, there's been a couple so far. I'm not going to go into details what it is, but pretty much it's anything I can get my hands on, which is usually how it works. I mean, I think we've had the history of a box of pens, a sellotape holder, which absolutely destroyed Ragnar. A plush toy of Basil Brush, a plush toy of Alexander the Meerkat. Yeah, a bunch of them. Is Not Hot coming to MRW? No. I wanted to pretty much sort of keep those two series as far apart as possible. Nut Wars is its own thing, MRW is its own thing. And anyway, Nut Heart's long gone. I mean, it lost in Nut Wars, what was it? Nut Wars 6, I want to say. So no, it's not coming back, because that was the entire thing about Nut Wars 6. Used licorice all sorts on my drop zone. Good choice, honestly, because then you could just eat the drop zone, so that just works. Is one of the new robots based on your all-time favorite video game character, Crusher from Rise of the Robots? Oh god. Gee, if I made a Crusher droid robot, I would make it lose and then have the drop zone be something amazingly heavy. I'll tell you what, I've got this. I've got like a 5-litre Kilner kind of glass sort of jar. Essentially, it's a dispenser. It dispenses like water. on that. And it's pretty heavy with water in it. I would drop that on it and break the arena as well, because it's probably too heavy for the arena. The arena's made of wood after all, but just to get rid of the Crusher Droid, yeah. Yeah, do that. On that one, so there you go. But yeah, there have been a couple of drop zones at the moment. I mean, pretty much anything that was in Series 10 when it comes to the arena is in Legends Series 7. The only thing that's changed, I had to repair, well, not repair, but replace White Lightning's axe. But apart from that, everything's pretty much normal. So yeah, that's all good. I said hoping to get the what's I'm looking for. Hoping to get the next episode done tomorrow. Get that sorted. Hopefully get another episode in, but the next one should be one of the easier ones to edit, because it's one of the specials. It's one of the championship specials, so be a lot less editing involved on that one. But yeah, at the moment I'm sort of doing about, I think at the moment I've done on average about 7 matches per episode, which is not bad. It usually goes about 30-40 minutes on that one. Any new house robots? No, not as of yet. I think 5's enough at the moment, because then you get to sort of like the Robot Wars Extreme 2 problem, where there's too many of them. You know, I mean, what did that have in the end? I mean, okay, if you don't count, like, the ref bot and you just count the actual house robots, they had 8? Yeah, maybe 8's too much. Like, I think 5's probably enough. Any reveals for who Diamond Storm's first challenger will be? Well, since it really can't be spoilt, I guess I could spoil it when I do the update on the on when pretty much the first episode of Legends is going to be aired. I guess I could put it in for that, but I'll say it now. Might as well on this stream. So the main event of the first episode of the new series is it's a mayhem match, and it's a battle between the it's for the Legends Championship, so Diamond Storm is in it, and it's between the, pretty much just to sort of get Legends back on track. It is between the 3 longest reigning Legends champions in Legends history. So it's Diamond Storm defending the title against Dragoo and Crush Syndrome. That's the match. That's the main event. So Diamond Storm defending the title against Dragoo and Crush Syndrome in the Mayhem match. That's the main event. And there's also a number 1 contenders match before that as well. Also, I want to know if you remember this, but what was that song you played during both the series 9 and 10 seed reveals? I like both songs, but Shazam doesn't work. Oh god, I wish I knew as well. Unfortunately, all that music is on my other computer, and my other computer died during Christmas, and there's like no way to there's no way to bring it back. Like, I've tried. It's pretty much dead, and all the music was on there. That's another thing. All the music, bar the Heat Final music, all the music's gone. Obviously the intros as well. They're all still there. So you know, like the series intro and everything like that. They're all still fine. But when it comes to, like, the actual battle music and those sort of intro musics, because I believe the music you're thinking about isn't the Judgment Championship theme, I think, something like that. But yeah, I've just lost it all. So bar just the bar the Heat Final music, which I've been able to kind of that survived somehow. Yeah, the rest of it hasn't, unfortunately, because it was on my old computer, and my old computer went on to die before I was able to essentially move it over. So that was fun. but apart from that, yeah. But I've got new music for MRW anyway, and it's I think the new music's just as good. Personally, there are some things that I would like to come back. You know, the Judgment Championship theme was my personal favorite, but obviously that doesn't work. That doesn't work now. which is rather frustrating. I might see it again if I can get my old computer up and running again, but I can't find it myself. I can't fix it for the life of me at the moment. May give it another go when I got a bit of time. But at the moment, when you're sort of halfway through a project, you want to try and complete it before you do anything else. So that's episode 6 of the new series. That is pretty much what I'm working on right now. On that, but once that's all sorted, I'll check. I guess I'll check on my computer and see what's going on. Does anyone remember Check King? Yes, Check King's still about. Check King is still about. On that one, so yeah, I don't think it's made a return to Legends as of yet, but yeah, the quarterfinal reveal music. I think I've still got that one actually. No, it wasn't all my music. It was not all my music. It was I can't remember. It was so long ago, but it was essentially like one of these sites that essentially have like royalty-free music on and stuff, and that was pretty much what it was on that. So I was just listening to a couple, and if one sort of fit, then I'd put that in. What was your quarterfinal reveal music? Was that I don't know which one I'm not sure which one you're on about. Is that the one for the scorecard for the series? Because if that's the case, I'll still got that one because I remember that one at least. So yeah, that one I've still got. So if it does get to the point that Series 11 becomes a reality, then I can then obviously that will be used on that one. So that'll all be good on that. Yeah. That was a weird series that Check King made it to the quarterfinals. Honestly, like it never went up against a good flipper, did it? You know, or literally a good anything. Yeah, I mean Bogey, yeah, but you know Bogey was a like hit and miss really. Yeah, the scorecard ones. Yeah, that one's still about. Can't remember what it was called though. Let me have a look. I'm trying to think right now what it was called. Hang on, let me just have a look. Let me just have a quick look, because I'm fairly certain I can find it. Oh, I'm fairly certain I can find what it was called. But I believe, if I remember correctly, it was music they used a lot in NFL, if I remember correctly. So I think it was that. I'm fairly certain it was that one. It was used a lot. I said it was used a lot in NFL. That's sort of where I sort of got it from. Where is it? So I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to find it right now. That's not it. That might be the one. That's the one, yeah. It's a song by NFL Films. It's called Heavy Hitters. Is the music on that one? So yeah, that's what that one's called. That one's obviously just still about everywhere. So yeah, but it's called Heavy Hitters. I believe it was initially made by a guy called David Robidoux, I think was his name. It sounds sort of French Canadian, I think the name. So yeah, but really good piece of music though. No one talking about Dark Effigy, sad effigy noises. Yeah, Dark Effigy's still about at the moment. Made a couple of appearances in the new series on that one. But yeah, Dark Effigy's still about. Oh, thank you, Walter Woodrow. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm certainly looking forward. Yeah, if you type in Heavy Hitters NFL, it should come up with it. It should come up with that song on that one. checking Regex 4, Ozone, Z-Force, Third Degree, and Trident all being former quarterfinalists. Yet Flashfire, Plasma, and Hypno Edge never were. Feels really weird to me for some reason. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it can happen. I mean, a lot of those, it was earlier in the years of MRW. So you'd see sort of stuff like that sometimes. But yeah, when it comes to especially Flashfire and Hypno Edge, you know, and Hypno Edge multiple time sort of heat finalists, but never made it any further. Obviously, Plasma. If Plasma did more in the old arena, Plasma would have been, it probably would have been a multiple time quarterfinalist, just because of the sidewalls and everything. But the arena from Series 9 onwards, and the one I'm still using, it does favour the powerful rear hinged flipper, you know. But then you still have your front hinge flippers that still do well. Dark Effigy, Arrowhead 2. I think those are probably the only two. But yeah, those are sort of the two that still sort of make it quite well. Yeah, somehow Diamond Storm had the curse only to be broken by Red Dawn versus Speed. Red Dawn was a shocker to make it all the way to the finals. I mean, this is from a robot that had to, I believe, if I remember right, had to pre-qualify because of how bad it did at Series 9, flipping itself out of the arena. And yeah, and going all the way to the grand finals. So yeah, all hopefully is sorted out for Diamond Storm. I mean, honestly, Dragoo's a former Legends champion, so if Diamond Storm loses to Dragoo in the first series or in the first episode of the new series, then, you know, maybe it's still about. Who knows? Maybe it just becomes a weakness now instead of a curse. But yeah, it was actually Sam, I believe, that told me about that, because I had no idea about Diamond Storm would always lose the eventual champion. I'm pretty certain it was Sam that told me about it. That told me that you do realise this has been happening for the last like couple of series, and it wasn't until I checked out and just went, oh geez, it is, isn't it? Ugh. And then obviously got the nickname the Walking Red Herring, and that's sort of how that came along. Whirligig, oh god. I know it might be in there. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen it about. Actually, I might have done. I might have seen it about. I'm not too sure, honestly. I mean, as I said, I've had like over 120 odd robots in the series. It would probably be impossible for me to remember all of them. I think at that point, the series has got so much lineage at this point. There are even some robots that I messaged Anderson going, what the hell was this? Because I couldn't remember it. Because there had been so many robots that were one-offs as well. Series 10, the international qualifiers, for example. The one that Sausage Burger won to enter Series 10. You know, some of those robots. You know, I remember Uncle Ham, obviously, the American variant, the American pusher. But then there's like a weird one which turned out to be Drunky D, and I completely forgot about this. You know, like I had some sort of like a mess up brain moment where I couldn't remember. You know, a lot of these, and if it wasn't for the fact that I put the name on most of them, then yeah, it will be fine. Cobra, Amethyst, Grim Reaper, and Ozone. Ozone and Cobra, yes. Amethyst, I think might need a little bit of a repair, but should be okay. Same with Grim Reaper. But yeah, Cobra and Ozone, they're fine. They're alright. Ozone's... Now, if you talk about a robot that's outdated, Ozone's outdated, let's be honest. But yeah, Ozone's fine. But yeah, Grim Reaper and Amethyst may need a little bit of... I don't know, a little bit of repair, but apart from that, they'll be alright at the moment. As I said, a lot of these... Yeah, Isolde's fine as well. Isolde's okay. A lot of these won't be seen on Legends, just simply there's not enough room to see all of them. That's what the series is for. So, when it comes to if Series 11 does happen, you'll be seeing all of them there. honestly, alongside the New Bloods as well, which will certainly be interesting. And yeah, if it does get to that, then yeah, obviously I'll let you all know if after Legends is finished. Like, I'm not putting myself on a clock this time. I'm gonna wait until the whole episode of, or the whole Legends series is done. Then I'm going to put a release date in for Legends. Then, if I feel like working on Series 11, I will. And then once Series 11 is done, if I do that, then Series 11 will get a release date or something like that. So that's how it'll work on that one. What else we got? Does Harmania still exist, or do you still play the harmonica? Well, I don't play harmonica anyway, but Harmania's still about, yeah. Don't worry about that. Harmania's still about. There are so many. Like, I could just look at them now. Here we got. Razor Blade is fine. Demolition Kid could do with a bit of a redo, slightly. Azure is okay. The Baron is fine. Ridge X4 could do with a bit. Oh, geez, yeah. Ridge X4 could do with a bit of a bit of repair. War Machine as well. Gear is obviously fine. Shamrock's fine. Triangle Megawatt 4 is fine. Reptor 3 is fine. Z-Force is fine. Morbid Demise is fine. Robot of War is fine. Dolph's fine. Drakium's fine. Galvan's fine. Ensign's fine. Action Ferrari is fine as well. Who are you? I am Storm Rider. You're alright as well. Apparently, Leviticus is fine. Trevor's... don't worry, everyone. Trevor's okay. Trevor's still about. Yeah, the Spawner Supreme is okay. Like, I'm just looking through them right now. At the moment. Ball and Chain are fine. Chassius is okay. Obviously, Impact, Spike Shield 2, Red Dawn, DF2, Arrowhead 2, Velocity, Melee. Who else we got here? Griffin. Griffin's alright. Crustacean's okay. Terminator. Zero. What else we got? Right, Bulbabot. Phenomenon's alright. Calamical 5. Robo Frog. Edema. Emerald Fusion. Hot Wheel. DF2. Fire Force could do with a bit of a redo on that one, but that's fine. Chaos Theory. Insignia. Trailblazer. Trailblazer. That could do with a bit of a repair as well. Yeah. A lot. Oh yeah, Trevor. Yeah, I get to the point that I completely forget. There are a lot of time. How on earth did Spawner Supreme never get a seed? Such an unlucky robot. Don't know really. I guess sometimes it's just luck of who you go up against. You know, I guess sometimes I just do it at random draws. You know, but obviously try and keep. Before it was 2 seeds, or 2 of the seedings in each heat. On that one. If it does get to a Series 11, I don't know what to do. I might just do a random draw, and we may get like the 8 best robots from Series 10 in the same heat as each other, and then we'll have like, I don't know, random robot. Where are you? Just a random one. I don't know, like Sky High or something. You know, good robot in the earlier series, bad in the later ones. Just goes through to a quarterfinal or something. You know, on that one, or I may just keep it to the format. Obviously, the seeds will change with emissions like Sausage Burger on that one. So seeds will be changed. I'm thinking of doing more than 20 seeds this time. Maybe doing like 24 or like 25 or 30 or something like that. I don't know. Might just do 30 just so Sam can have a laugh. Just maybe. On that one. But yeah, folks, so not sure, just to let you know guys, just to let you know, guys, I'm going to be cut off the stream very soon. But just to let you know that Legends will be coming back. Not sure when. Essentially just the ground notes of the discussion. But yeah, it will be hopefully sometime this year. I'm hoping for about the summer. But not too sure as of yet. That's the best scenario will be sort of the summer it will begin. Worst case scenario will be sort of late September. But it will definitely be done by the end of the year. Series 11, don't know as of yet. Depends on how I feel at the end of Legends on that one. And, well, I'll sign out with another look at the Legends intro, just in case you needed one more. No, Red X is still about. Red X is still about. And I believe I only got rid of Blader, I think. Blader was retired because they were just too similar. So, yeah. Clawra's still about as well, but Blader obviously was retired in Series 10. But yeah, folks, so thank you very much for turning up. For those that didn't see the Legends intro, I will be playing it for the outro, just so you guys can see it. Is there a robot worse than the Warlord? When it comes to the Legends ranking that I now no longer have, because that was on my old computer as well, no. But the old F9 Warlord rivalry, I mean, I guess I have to rebuild F9 just to reignite that rivalry, really, don't I? But yeah, alright, I'll rebuild F9, why not? You know, I'm not going to have it as a new blood, because I just think it'd be silly to put F9 in there, since we've already got a new crack bot. But, yeah, I'll remake F9, shouldn't take me too long, maybe a minute to make an F9, because, well, F9 was easy to make. But yeah, folks, so don't worry. I'll get this sorted, and I'll give you an update of when Legends has finished, and I'll give you all a lovely release date for it. So thank you very much for turning up to the stream. For those that didn't see the Legends intro earlier, or want to see it again, I'll be showing that for the outro. I'm Masterath, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for my next update very soon. See you then!
What you got, what you need. Every day's gonna crash and break. What you got, what you want, what you need. Gonna be your savior. Every day's gonna crash and break.